I'm Chris Haleua. I'm the Director of Product Management. Today I'm here to talk to you about the latest with Domo Everywhere and really taking everything that you love about the platform and bringing it outside the walls of your company so that your customers and partners and vendors can all benefit from it. There's two exciting things that I've been really fired up about. First has been dashboard embed, where we've moved beyond card embed to full page embed. And when you do that, you're able to make sure that each piece of content is aware of each other. And once they can see each other, they can respond to each other. And that makes any type of click on the content you're sharing much more active as you explore it. One of my favorite stories is when I had a demo come up with a very large brand. When we showed them stories and embed and publish, and it all looked like their brand. Their executive said, "This is so much better than I even expected." When I pushed a little bit more to find out why, he mentioned that it was so alive and interactive. People didn't feel like they were just getting another report. It was a place where they could go and explore in the systems where they were already spending time. Programmatic filters is another big one. You're able to make sure that you share only what's been approved and nothing more, but also in making it relevant for them. This is all done whether or not they have a Domo account. You're able to scale out to a large number of viewers in an easy way. A lot of the concern can be, thousands of people looking at this content. How can I know that every single version is only what I would feel comfortable with them seeing? That's why it's not only scale of loading, but it's a scale of governance and making sure that that personalization is something that's really easy for people to ramp up to, so that you're focusing much more on the experience you're providing rather than all of the housekeeping and chores to keep it safe. One of the reasons why some people don't even try external distribution is that they're afraid of provisioning. Who wants to go out and create thousands of users? We'll make it so that you can have one single user act as the doorway for everybody else. And based on the very secure code that you have on your side, you're able to make sure that you're showing only that version that's safe and relevant for everybody. Any ISV, any agency, really any company that needs to share things outside the borders of their company can deploy this externally and make sure that everybody is a citizen developer as they just drag and drop the different pieces of stories and dashboards and apps together. Although we have a lot of success with software vendors, the big surprise was the variety of different business models that benefit from this ability to distribute externally. I saw a lot of agencies where they needed to prove the value of their time and effort and the services that they're delivering and make sure that the renewal of that contract next year was a very easy decision. I saw a lot of dealer networks or global brands trying to keep everybody together even if they are separate business units. And really, I don't think that it's limited to any one specific business model. We all have the need to prove our value and give people reasons to continue doing business with us. That's not something that's limited just to any one specific industry vertical. Some of my favorite stories with customers has been where they've come back to me and said, we were able to accomplish something in days that we had already tried and failed to do over a course of many years. You've worked very hard to build a service or a product that is unique and that is differentiated, and we want to keep you focused on your core competencies rather than rebuilding things that we've already finished. So by working together and building upon the shoulders of what Domo's completed over the past decade, you're able to stay focused, make sure that all of your development resources are pushing forward your roadmap rather than coming back and having to rebuild ours. And we're so comfortable with the way that it can scale that we've even put our own embedded dashboard examples on Domo.com. We'll let you pressure test us as much as you like. We really believe that you have to stay in the speed of thoughts of the people who you're sharing with. We want to make sure that it's not just one card that loads, but an entire experience that is really performant and feels like a native part of where you're hosting it because it's loading at the same time. And one of my favorite stories around scale has been a prospect that we recently helped out. And they told me that they were looking at another system and they tried it, but it struggled so much with scale that the reporting section of what they had built brought down the processing section. What made it an easy decision for them to come to Domo Everywhere was when they were able to prove it loads quickly, whether it's 1,000, 10,000 or more. What comes next for Domo Everywhere is just making sure that anyone, regardless of whether they have no developers or a whole team, feels comfortable using this external distribution. I love technical things, but I'm not a developer. I'm not an engineer. And it's been really fun to use Domo Everywhere for myself and make sure that my own customers are able to see what we're building and have that be something that we're proud to put on Domo.com. For 10 years, we've tried to get people engaged with Domo. We've tried different white papers, we've tried different videos, we've tried different customer case studies, and all those things are important. But recently we just tested putting Domo out there via embed. And when people can see it live and test it for themselves before they even ever spin up their own accounts, the conversion rates have gone through the roof. People see this is something that I can build and is something that I'd want to share with the people I need to impress the most. Whether that's embed where you host it, or publish where we host it, or white label where we make it really feel like a part of your brand. A logo or a color can make or break an externally distributed experience. We want to make sure that anyone who feels like they have this OEM experience or this native experience or this branded experience can personalize what you're distributing to look exactly like all the other content that surrounds it, and focused on the one relationship that is most important, and that is you and your customers. Domo is happy to be involved there, but that's secondary to building trust with your customers. We're excited to help you see ways that you can get people outside of your company even more involved with your data and providing solutions that never would have been possible before.